Okay, we're live back. Yeah, that's another phone. So with this sea slug example, we've gone back to classical conditioning. We've gone back to understanding how learning occurs. Um, and we learned by looking at some questions some of the things that affect uh, whether we remember or not. So let's save that conversation to later, please. You've got 5 senses. Which of them have a memory? All of them. Which one's the best memory? You guys have a vote? What's the best memory? Eyeballs? Who agrees with that? Hearing? What's the best memory? The only votes I have is sight and maybe hearing. Well, both of those are wrong. Your best hearing is your sense of smell. If you had a loved one that you used to go out with, and they had a particular perfume or cologne that they wore, and you made an associative learning experience in your memory. I have a lot of deficiencies, but one of them is not an olfactory memory problem. My memory for smells and odor is excellent. Not only do I perceive smells and odors very well, but I remember them very well. So, therefore, if I were to be walking in a group of people, I don't know how many, let me see this about you guys. When you got off the elevator and turned left to come down here, did you smell perfume in the hallway? I don't know who wore it, but I was up and down the elevator several times, and every time I got off, I could smell it. I bet if I went down there, I still might be able to. So, smell is pretty pervasive. So, if you smell a smell in the hallway that your loved one used to wear all the time, kind of associate like that ringtone that we're talking about on the telephone, your mind will go back to that ex-mate instantly because you associate that odor with that person. So that's just an example of how your memory works. Also, look in the past. Or we just have a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
I thought I saved it up here. Oh, this one was down? Oh. All right. How about this one? Everybody, who remembers in this class their first kiss? And where you may not remember the person's name, but you do sort of remember the circumstances. How many people has that? I can remember, and I can tell you it was a long time ago. Okay? Now you may remember that for the rest of your life. Now watch this. How about the second person that you kissed? Who remembers that? Lucky people. Why was the first more important than the second, the third, the fourth? 169. Why?
The first experience.
Bo Lotto said context is everything, correct? What's the context of your first kiss? It's monumental important because you've never kissed anybody before. It's the first time it happened. So it's pretty monumental. And even if it was somebody that you've never ended up dating, don't even remember, in my case, didn't even know the name of her the first time. So I sure as hell don't know what her name is now. The environment of where it happened, I remember exactly where it happened. Don't remember what she looked like. I remember where it was. And that's it. Well, why do I remember it? Why do you remember it? Because of the context in which it occurred. It was your first kiss. I could get more personal with you and say, if you've had sexual relations, don't raise your hand. Why do you remember that over number 53 person you had sex with? Not someone who's 53, but 53 in the line. It's because it's your first time. So the same idea of a kiss. So what do those two things have together or have in common? When Bo Lotto says, can I say that? Bo Lotto says, when Bo Lotto says context is everything, then why do you remember that? The first time you came into the classroom and saw somebody dressed either in a bikini or a male without a shirt on, do you remember that? Always. Why? What's different than that from today? Anything that is associated with emotions, you're going to remember. If it's strong emotions, the first time you saw the birth of your child, the face and body of your child, literally seconds after coming out of his mother's womb, that'll stick with you because you can only have one first time moment one time. So it's pretty significant. So it depends on the situation. Now the situation not only includes your conscious memory, which is depicted on your long-term memory as declarative or non-declarative. The non-declarative means it's implicit, it's unconscious. So, if you remember the time of day, the room, the temperature, the odors, maybe decorations, if there was music in the background, all that helps and gives you clues to keeping that memory. And people who have memory problems, short-term memories, like people who've been traumatized either in war, in a car accident, sexual assault, their short-term memory has been compromised. And you can tell somebody like that until you're blue in the face and they're not going to remember something. Because the pathway to their memory has been compromised because of the traumatic brain injury. So the way you can help them is put in a lot of environmental cues, and it'll help them. I tried to do that with Bolotto, but it didn't work too well. But if you were to study in this room with a group of people, like a study group, and then you come and take the test in this room, it's going to help you because it's the same environment, same temperature, same all these other things. And I could have, I got that fan in here, but I could have some nice music on a low tone in the back. If I can involve all 5 of your senses, if I can put a little incense in here or some other way of putting a nice odor in here, just that situation will help you go from your short-term memory to looking for things in your long-term memory and recall it. Any other aspect of memory. All right, I'm running over time, so you still have till the end of tonight to take your exam, so let's do it.